To trim your own beard at home, you're going to need some tools. The most important is a clipper like that with a lever and everything, and then a trimmer that gets a lot closer, a lot shorter. And I like using a disinfecting spray like that, and also some guards, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always start with something big so I don't mess up and go too short. This is a 1.5, and I've got a hunch that that's not the length I want, but it's a rule I follow. Always start big and then go smaller. So I'm switching to a 1 guard, and the lever, this is what I'm talking about. You can leave it open like that, and that makes it a little bit longer. And then if you close that lever, it gets a little shorter. I always start going with the grain of the hair, which pretty much just means you're going down towards the ground. And a comb is also super helpful. So just going down, that keeps you from accidentally going too short. And it also, like, almost everybody's beard grows down anyway, so it makes a lot of sense to trim down. I grow a lot thicker. See, there we go. That's a 1 closed, and I'm now going against the grain, and that's like that scooping motion. So you gotta be real careful. Damn, it's kind of hard to talk fast enough. I didn't think this would be a problem, but anyway, so that's the 1 closed. Always go down, because if you go up first, you're gonna regret it, I promise. So if you hear it cutting a lot, like, you can just keep on going until it's not cutting anymore. And it's always crazy to see the faces that you make when you're trimming your own beard. You see, like, my goatee, it grows a little thicker right there. So yeah, I'm gonna close it now. So that's a 1 closed, and it takes it just like another 1 millimeter or 2 shorter without having to change the guard. So that's a 1/2 guard now. So 1.5 was too long, 1 was doing some work, and now it's time for the 1/2. Like I said, always start going down, and then when you go up, you're going to take even more off. Closing that up now. The whole point is it's almost like blending colors. You slowly go from dark to light. That's the concept. All right, no guard, open. So it's just going from long to short, long to short. So that is the shortest that this clipper will go. Is no guard, all the way closed. And I'm just touching that end right there, okay? Now it's time for the trimmer. Got to be careful, because this is where you start putting lines in. And if you don't want those lines, then you'll be sad. Yeah, maybe I should have edited this out, but get your nose hairs. Like I said, that disinfecting spray, very important. This is psycho behavior, trying to trim my neck hair. And here I am just lining up the mustache. Everybody's got different preferences on like a mustache line, but yeah, I just like it to be off of my lip, so when I'm smiling and eating and drinking and stuff, it doesn't get in the way. If you're really feeling coordinated or extra, this is the other tool, a scissor. These things, like, if you invest in them, if you buy them, you'll find reasons to use them. I don't think you'll ever regret it, but here I am just getting that. All right. Straight razor. All right. This isn't for everybody, but if you're going to have a beard, you might as well, like I said, buy these tools and get handy with them. Perk of being a barber is I have a hot towel machine, a hot towel warmer. Honestly, there's nothing better than a hot towel. It's so nice that I obviously wanted to lay down and enjoy that. All right, getting all the hair off. If you heat up the skin with like that hot towel and then use like a shaving cream, or I like this shave lotion. The main reason is because it's see-through. If you put a lather on, you can't really see what you're shaving. So this gives you like that slippery, wet, like lubrication, so you don't get irritated. But I can also see what I'm shaving. I can see the lines that I'm making. With my beard trims, I personally don't like really sharp lines. That's why I'm like doing all of that gradual, like one open, one closed, half open, half closed, so that everything kind of blends. Especially on my neck. I know a lot of people love a hard line on their neck. I personally don't. So if you go back and rewatch that, hopefully it makes sense how you can trim your neck beard without having a hard line. It grows in a lot easier. It grows in a lot better. Yeah, this isn't for the faint of heart, but it's a backhand. I do tend to get irritated on my neck when I shave. So I go very gently, very easy. If I use like a Gillette, like a 5-blade thing, I always get irritated. So yeah, for some reason, a straight razor, it's almost like it tells you when it's like pulling on the hair if you're going against the grain. Yeah, this is extra. Get that unibrow. I lived in Australia for a while, and they called it a monobrow. Another hot towel, just for luxury. Deep breaths. I really think that it's nice getting a beard trim from a barber or other people, but it's so meditative to do it yourself. This is bonus footage. You don't need to do this, but maybe one of the most common needs or questions that my clients have are like, how do I take care of my sideburns between haircuts? Like that's the first place that people need to get cleaned up between haircuts. So I comb it back, cut it, and then I comb it forward. Okay, here we go. Combing that forward towards my eye, and then snip the edges. I'm not saying it's not like advanced, but if you have scissors and a comb, you can definitely do it. Since I did the unibrow, might as well get the eyebrows. I'm almost 40 and them eyebrows are going crazy. This is just a little bit of beard and face oil. It's the best stuff, actually. Marcial Vivo beard and face oil. It's the best. I used to work for Marcial in New York. And this is a little aftershave. Like I said, I tend to get irritated, mostly on my neck, so put it on my hands. Just smells real nice. Dry it off. Make sure there's nothing wet anymore. Get the hair off. That's it. Bingo.